Hi, and welcome to Science Time with Miss Victoria. This program is recommended for ages 5 and up. Before we begin, a couple things I want to go over. Make sure to wash your hands for at least 20 seconds. You can refer back to the YouTube video in which I did a rhyme, washing my hands. I did it slow and then fast. Comes up to about 25 seconds. That should work. Once your hands are dry, then you can gather the supplies. But I haven't told you yet what we're doing. So make sure, just in case, to have adult supervision. And for this experiment, I recommend adults to be present. Just go over our supplies. Okay? Today, we are going to be getting supplies for flying film canisters. Okay, so I hope you gathered it, but I'm going to go over the supplies little by little. First thing we need is an empty film canister. Now these may be hard to find if you don't get on Amazon or you don't have one in your house, because most cameras are what? Digital. So they more likely have a cartridge, not a canister. Another option you can do also is to get an empty M&M container. This is a bigger size one. I know there's some smaller ones you can find. Just make sure on the lid, since it's a flying one, you want to do like I did and twist it to take the top off and just put it back on so that way it's ready for the experiment. You're also going to need some safety glasses. I have my goggles on. You're going to need some flat fizzers, or it's called Alka-Seltzer. Find those at Walmart, or you might have it in your bathroom. You're going to need some water, and just in case, paper towel or a towel. So let's go ahead into our steps. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. First step, just the first safety precautions. Let's go ahead and put our safety glasses or goggles on. Make sure they're nice and secure. And make sure they fit on us correctly. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to get your flat fizzy, break it in half equally. It's okay if it comes into 4 pieces, because you can just use 2 of the pieces, which I have ready for me. Alright, next step is to get a film canister or the mini M&M, whichever container you're going to be using. And what you're going to do is fill this at least 1/4 of the way with warm water. I'm going to be using room temperature. Now my canister is marked, but you want to just get at least 1/4 of the way. Now remember, on this part, the amount of water can change, because this is one that changes all the time depending on how many times you do this experiment. You may have to have more water or less. Next step is to go ahead and place the flat fizzy that we already broke in half. This is another step that will change also depending on how high you want it to shoot. You might have to add more of this into the experiment. Now, before I place it, just want to give you a little warning here, parents. Once you put the lid on, if it doesn't pop right away when the kids put the lid on and put it down, you might want to go grab it while you have your safety glasses and shake it a little bit. Now, if you want your child to shake it, I will go ahead and that's the first thing. Once you place it and you close the lid, shake it, have them put it down, and then step back, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and shake mine right away. So I'm going to drop mine in. Make sure it's nicely tight and secured. I'm going to shake it, and then we'll step back just a little bit. If we're lucky, it's going to go ahead and pop on us. That's where you get the distance, parents. Now, depending on how much, I know that was like a loud bang, so another option you may want for some of the kids, I don't know if they have sensitivities, you might want to do some earplugs or some headphones just to cover because of the loud bang. Good thing we have our towel. You can go ahead and wipe up any water that spills. If you want to make a bigger one, I would take this experiment outside. You might use a bottle instead, which you might probably use 2 tablets in there, which I know the kids probably get excited because they're like, this is small, I want a bigger bang. Take it outside. Let's not do it indoors, okay? I hope you enjoyed it. Now, what I want y'all to remember, if you enjoyed this, go to our Facebook page, make some comments, maybe post some of your little clips or pictures of your child and their rocket doing it outside or inside. Also go to our YouTube page. Once you're on the YouTube page and you're watching this video, you can pause it anytime you want, so you can make sure you get all the steps and everything done at your pace. Best part, if you enjoyed this and you want the kids want more books dealing with science, science experiments, STEM activities, go to our page, cctexas.com/library. Look at our new browsing options, the new book alerts, author checks, and the book newsletter, and they'll be able to help you find books so you can place on hold and pick it up curbside at any of the 6 branches. And I will see you next time. Bye.